This is an introduction to Max for Live, which is a platform that gives you access to thousands of additional sounds, instruments, MIDI effects, audio effects, video functions, and other functionality in Ableton Live 10 Suite. It's built into Ableton Live 10 Suite, so if you have a licensed version of Ableton Live 10 Suite, all you need to do is scroll down to this thing which says Packs. When you click on Packs, you see I've already installed a lot of these packs. You can scroll down and you can see how many more available packs there are for you to download. And basically you can see even after I've downloaded so many, I still have 25 more that I haven't downloaded yet. You will see them here, and if you just click on the down arrow, it will download the entire pack. Now don't download everything that you see here, because as you can see, some of them are very huge. This one is 12.3 gigabytes. What you want to do is you want to just download the ones with the word Max inside them. Now, if you're wondering what the whole collection is, you can always click on this Get More at Ableton.com. And when you go to Ableton.com, you'll see there's a whole list of packs. I said there's actually a video function here called RockVid, and I'll show you that in an entire different separate video, because that requires an entire separate thing. But as you can just see here, there are so many different ones. And if you just scroll down to the letter M, you can see there are a few for Max. You don't have to do it from the website because the functionality is built into Live 10 Suite. Just click on the down arrow and it'll install for you. So here I have the Max for Live Essentials from bottom upwards. Max 7 pitch and time machines, M4L granulator, and M4L Big Tree. So let's just look at the essentials first. And as I said, there are additional instruments. So there's a bass, new bass synth specializing in bass. So I've just loaded up the Chariot sound, and I made a simple clip which is just one note. But because this clip is going in through this instrument, which is the new bass synth, there's an arpeggiator built in, and one note will give you this. So there's an entire series playing on that. Then let's look at the next one called the drum synth, and here I've loaded in an electro kit, and I've made a simple clip that looks like this. The interesting thing about having a drum synth instead of just a drum rack is that each sound can evolve as you're playing the loop. If you just listen to the individual sound, you hear that they are changing. So that's where you have a drum synth. The next instrument is the multi, and here I've loaded up a sound in the paired range called the Summer Sunset. And the Summer Sunset is an interesting different synth, right? I've just made a single note as well. So for last but not least, under the Max instruments in the Max for Live Essentials, there's a poly, and here I've loaded up a rhythmic synth. Rhythmic synth called the Edgy. The Edgy also has an arpeggiator built in, and even though it's a single note, you'll hear so these are the Max for Live instruments in this pack called the Max for Live Essentials. And I'd like you to try out all of these instruments and try out what you like, what you don't like. You can load the arpeggiator by itself. This is the ARP. So you can load onto any of your other instrument tracks and spice up your other bass lines. Even if you don't use the bass, you can just drag this effect on, and with one single note you can get multiple notes playing for you. So there are others. Let's move to the pitch and time machines. And as the name implies, they affect the pitch and time. So for this drum synth, let's get back to this very simple beat. So what I do is I load in this audio effect called the pitch and echo Doom. And if you see, it's here, pitch and echo. I'll switch it on, and now the beat goes. So there's a pitched echo going on. There's also an interesting thing called the multi-harmonizer. The multi-harmonizer works best on something like a pad sound. So here I've dropped in the multi-harmonizer called the major seventh. Remember, the multi sounded like this, which is quite nice, but when I switch on the major seventh, it forms a chord. Instant chords, harmonizing. And you can do the same thing for vocals as well. So you can make harmonies out of your vocals. So this is in the Max 7 pitch and time machines. Okay. So that's just a preview of what you can do. So I'd like you to try out all of these and see what you can do with them. There's more to see in the Max for Live Big 3, things like the buffer shuffler. And for example, on the drum synth, I'm going to switch off the echo and I'm going to show you the buffer shuffler called Anything Goes. So the beat by itself is like this. But when I switch on the buffer shuffler, so it's interesting effect to suddenly throw in to cause some variety into your beats. So try out all of this, download them, and try them out and let me know which one you like the best.